the alternate route issue that's been brought up and talked about here today. And then from my own research, knowing that I won't say the street I compared it to recently in the city of Hamilton, but a very, very busy street that is 2 lanes one way, 2 lanes the other. And Main Street West, which is 5 lanes. And just knowing the counts at peak from the latest time we took the counts at peak, and to our executive director of the International Village point about what are we doing with Maine, are we having that 2-way conversation? And then looking at 1,200 cars at peak per lane on that 2-lane street, and on the 5-lane Main at the same peak time, 598 cars. There's clearly room to have those conversations, and it's only a block away for a good stretch of this LRT transit line. Is that not correct through you, Mr. Mayor, to Paul?
So, through the chair, I'll just talk about the process around traffic because, of course, we do have to we are all funded by Metrolinx to work as a link to the city on this particular project, and that doesn't include adding on lots of other issues within that basket. Our traffic modeling work will look at the base case that exists in this community today, based on the numbers, and run some of that modeling at various levels and come up with, here are some potential issues. Those issues we'll then need to find solutions for. It is quite possible that the information that comes back will say there is enough capacity east and west to accommodate the change of King Street when LRT starts. That's a possibility. That would be what the LRT folks would bring forward and say this is a result of it. And just to be clear, we're actually using Steer Davies Cleave, our consultant, to do this work as part of their contract with us. They liaise with our city staff, but just to be clear, it's not just our city staff doing the work. So that's what will come forward. You know, you're quite right. There are capacities on roads. We know that. It's one of the reasons we can look at the LRT on King and be confident that there are solutions to what we're looking for. But in terms of then saying, well, there might be other solutions to this that you may want to look at, that's a decision that council would have to work through in another forum. So I just don't ever want to raise expectations with this group that we are doing other pieces of work around transportation. We are linked in closely with the transportation master planning folks, but in terms of that broader work, that work would have to be fed in a different way.
But you're working in conjunction. The TMP folks, Transportation Master Planning, and the LRT office are working together, and in the fall, through you, Mr. Mayor, we can expect a more detailed update.
Through the chair, yeah, we work together. There's information both of us have that are important for each other's work, so absolutely. And the second piece is you will see the result as we head through the summer and into the fall of what the traffic impact looks like. The solutions are later in the fall, but the actual impact and where we might have to look at those solutions, that piece will come forward late summer and into the fall.
You offered a few meetings ago, thanks to a motion from Councillor Ferguson, a Gantt chart. He didn't ask, I was surprised, but are we on time? Or maybe he did and I missed it. Are we on time as effective today and today's update?
Through the chair, we're where we expected to be so far, and we'll continue to push on that way. We do have that Gantt chart we did share, emblazoned in our brain and tattooed on areas I can't show you in order to make sure we get there.
Don't want to see him anyway. That's good.